Hey, elementary small group leaders. If you are a returning leader, welcome back. I'm so excited to have you back. This means that you have truly taken hold of what we're doing and understand that investing your time is a big deal in these kids' lives. And you realize that relationships are formed over time. And so, thank you. Thank you for coming back. The kids are so excited. They can't wait to see you guys. If you're new, welcome to the crew. We're excited to have you. Small groups are a big deal. The kids asked me like in week 2 of the summer is when small groups are going to start back. So they love small groups. They love their small group leaders. And we're excited for a new school year in C Street Kids. I want to run through the format of Sunday morning real quick with y'all so that you know what to expect when you get here this Sunday morning. We start at 8:30 in the morning where we have a rally meeting in the resource room. This is for all volunteers, and it's just a really great time that we can all come together and get on the same page before the morning starts. Usually there's food. There's always coffee. And it's like a 15-minute little meeting, 10 to 15 minutes where we can just pray and get on the same page with each other before the morning gets hectic. So we have rally meeting and it ends at about 8:45. So at 8:45, you will grab your box, which is in the resource room as well. So what your box is a plastic box that's in the resource room on the shelves that you'll see in there. You'll see it when you come in. And there's a box that will have your small group's name on it. All right. So you grab that box, and inside that box has all the supplies you need for your small group time. So at 8:45, you take that box, you take it down to your room, you unpack it, make sure everything's in there because we pack it the week before, but we're human. So we might accidentally miss something. If you're missing something, don't panic. Just find me or Megan Hyde, which is my my children's intern, and we will get that taken care of for y'all, all right? Or you can just go in the resource room yourself and grab it, whatever. So at 8:50, we'd like for all of our volunteers to be in the large group room, welcoming kids and families as they arrive. Large group starts at 9 o'clock. And we ask our small group leaders to sit among the kids during large group time to help with discipline, to help make sure that they respect other people's space, that they don't yell out when they shouldn't, things like that. During large group is when we tell the Bible story. And so we just want to make sure that the kids hear the Bible story and they get something out of it, that they participate when we ask them to do stuff. So we want y'all to sit among them. Large group is from 9 o'clock to about 9:25 or 9:30. At that time, I will get up front and I'll dismiss all the small groups one at a time. So at that time, you'll take your kids back to their small groups. And also at that time, if there's kids that didn't get their ping pong balls at the beginning, ping pong balls. So our kids earn ping pong balls for things that they do, like for bringing their Bibles, when they bring a friend, if it's their first time, when they complete challenges like learning their memory verse or other challenges that I will make known throughout the year, they earn a ping pong ball for their small group. All right, there's a place on the wall you'll see in the large group room where all the ping pong balls go. And so they'll put their ping pong ball in their group's box, and at the end of the month, the small group that has the most ping pong balls wins a donut party. This is a really big deal to the kids. They get really excited about it. So encourage your kids to bring their Bibles, to learn their memory verses, to bring friends and stuff like that, and help them earn those ping pong balls. So most of the kids grab their ping pong balls when they arrive, but at 9 o'clock, we start large group, and we are not handing out ping pong balls during large group. But at the end of large group, when I get up to dismiss, I'll have that bag of ping pong balls. And I'll say, hey, if you didn't get yours at the beginning of class, come by me and come here and I'll give it to you. So I'll do that then also. They'll go to their small groups. Small groups last from 9:30 to 10:05. So you get about 35 minutes in your small group to do what you're doing. All right. So now on to what you're doing. So this next 8 weeks, if you were at church yesterday, you learned that we are starting a new series called One Big Story. And this is a church-wide series. Children are going to be studying it during class time and during children's church. Youth will be studying it during class time and on Wednesday nights as well. Oh yeah, and we're doing it on Wednesday nights also. And then adults will be studying it during worship time. Danny gave out all of these booklets to adults so they can have something to be able to do their daily devotionals on at home, to be able to follow along over the next 8 weeks. We will be sending home God Time cards, which are devotionals for kids and families to do at home. Also, the God Time cards have 4 devotionals on them, so they're for each week. Also, we'll have a parent cue card. This is a monthly parent cue card that will be on the C Street Kids info wall, which is in the lobby. And this is another thing that parents also can use to emphasize the one big story at home as well. So make sure that you pass out God Time cards to your kids before they leave each Sunday, and encourage parents to either grab the Parent Cue card or they can download the Parent Cue app and follow along with stuff there. Which, not for One Big Story actually. For One Big Story, they need to have this card. The Parent Cue app has some great stuff on it, but it follows along with 252 Basics. We're doing One Big Story. That's kind of confusing, but just trust me on this. For One Big Story, for the next 8 weeks, they got to have this piece of paper, okay, for the Parent Cue. All right. So on to curriculum. So in this email, all of your curriculum for the next 4 weeks is attached, all right? At the end of August, I will send you another email with 4 more weeks of curriculum. And then at the end of September, I'll send you another email with the next 4 weeks, the next 4 weeks, the next 4 weeks. I send them to you about a month at a time, okay? Is how you get your curriculum. So this is what the Big Story curriculum looks like. And this is what most of our 252 Basics curriculum looks like. But at the very beginning, it has a thing that's for leaders only. This is something that you, as an adult, as a leader, can read and study over to make sure that you are in the right mindset to be able to tell the kids about this. The next page is stuff for us to use when we're prepping your boxes. So you don't have to stress about it. But you can use it if you want to make sure that your stuff's in your box. But that's what that stuff's for. This right here is an early arriver idea. We use that on Wednesday night typically. Sometimes maybe on Sunday morning, but typically just on Wednesday night. Just don't worry about it. I don't take it out of there just because I need it on Wednesday night. Okay. The next page is the first page. You'll see something highlighted. So this is your first activity that you have supplies prepped for that are in your box. Okay. So when you look, it's got what you need. That's the stuff that's in your box. All right. So like for this one, this is kindergarten and first, week 1. They need Bibles, construction paper, various craft supplies, markers, and or crowns. All right. Markers and crowns are already in your room. Bibles, kids have Bibles, and there's some in your box as well. We'll put construction paper in your box. We'll put some various craft supplies in your box because y'all are making a Garden of Eden on Sunday. All right. And then you can go through, you see what you do as kids are getting settled, ask them to imagine what the Garden of Eden might have looked like. Allow them to share ideas. Okay, so you read through, it's got like what you do, and then you got what you say. So after they do the activity, then you say, and you can just read if you'd like, or you can paraphrase, whatever. Isn't it amazing to think of all the things that God created? Imagine what it would be like to think of an animal and just create it. Okay, so this is like what you're saying to the kids to make sure they get why they're doing that activity. Okay, so you'll have 3 activities that are highlighted each week. Okay, usually. Maybe 2, but usually there'll be 3. So like there's 1. The next activity is not highlighted, which means if you want to do this activity, these supplies are not in your box. All right. If you want to get the supplies together, you can, but we have not gotten the supplies for those. Here's the third activity. All right. Which I put in there. They're using Jenga blocks instead of sponges. You'll see all this on your stuff. Anyways, and it tells, again, what you do. This is the memory verse activity, so it tells you how to help the kids that are in your group find a memory verse and use their Bibles. Okay. Anyways, tells you what to do. Again, it tells you what to say at the end of the activity. And then the last activity is the prayer activity. Now, I know in the past, I know some of you small group leaders have not done the prayer activity. This is a big one. Like, this is a really big one. It might not seem like a lot, and it might seem like something that's easy to pass over because you want to make sure that they get the Bible story. And I agree with you, but the prayer time is important. We want to make sure that our kids know that their relationship with God is real and that they can talk to Him, and that, yeah, we're teaching you Bible stories. Yes, you need to learn this stuff, but without this relationship with God, it's just information. So this prayer time is really important because it makes it real to them. All right. So please be sure to do the prayer time. If you get through your small group and you're like, we're already halfway through and we've only done one activity, I don't know that we can do like another activity and the prayer. Just go straight to the prayer. And then if you have some extra time, you can come back to the memory verse activity or whatever it is. Okay. The prayer part's really important. All right. And letting the kids each take turns to pray if they want to. That's a big deal. It's a really big deal for kids. Okay. So I just wanted to emphasize, please do the prayer part. Please don't skip it for time's sake. It's a big deal. All right. That's it for this one. You're going to get another email about some security stuff and name tags tomorrow. So be on the lookout for that. If you have any questions at all, let me know. All right. Yeah. All right. You all have a great night and talk to you tomorrow.